Hello, my name is Emily Stewart, and this is Final Call, created by me and Zoe Danieli. Here, we wanted to kind of show a little tutorial on how to play the game. You will click the blue highlighted pieces to kind of either reveal more information, and then you can also refresh or return to certain passages to kind of reveal more information. Since this is like a choose your own adventure, we allowed some input to type your name to begin to feel more personal with the story. So you arrive at your first heist, which is like a casino, and your buddy Mike is on the phone with you, just kind of trying to remind you why you're here. So you can either ask him like, "Oh, hey, well, can I get a refresh on the plan?" or just buzz right through it. Here's where you get your first key item, which is a magnet. This is what you're going to use to kind of rig this slot machines. You can explore this little section just to kind of get a feel of like traversing throughout the novel. You can also sit and watch like the patrons in like certain sections. It just kind of has like an array of different scenarios on like a loop, so every time you click it's going to be something different. And then you can also play the slot machine if you really want to. We wanted to try to make this feel as immersive as possible. So here just kind of threw in a couple symbols and then cycle them. So it's going to be up to chance like you're gambling. But you got betrayed by Mike. So now you wake up and you don't know where you are. So now your new mission is to kind of sort of escape, but also kind of figure out what is even going on. Like, first you're in a casino with Mike, and now you're in this dingy looking asylum. So the doors, it doesn't matter what order you click the doors to kind of like reveal like where you've been, because since this isn't like a 3D space, we wanted to still make sure that it was kind of easy to tell where you have and haven't been yet. So I added this little like true false thing to kind of show reveal itself once you've explored a section. So like here you just visit the kitchen and the typewriter, and so now it would actually like state the location's names. And also when you pick up your key items, you'll get like some extra not dialogue, but like narrative storytelling to kind of tell like what to describe the item. And depending on how soon you like reach these locations will depend on whether or not you can access certain events. So we were able to break the mirror, and that unlocked the reflection section. So this will have the player like kind of like reflect a bit, so it can kind of ground whoever's playing with the character of the story to kind of figure out just truly who are you playing as. And in this section, which is going to be the common rooms, you can kind of explore a bit more, kind of figure out like what is even going on here. And here you can actually find someone in room 2, and their name is Rex. So depending on how you respond to Rex will also depend on whether Rex is going to help you or just kind of get upset and scream at you. So if you're nice to Rex, like here, uh, they'll give you a little bit of like a clue, which also will pop up in the notes section over here. So you have your typewriter, your puzzle, and your mirror. So these will pop up like no matter what once you visit those areas to kind of help like softly guide the player to be like, oh, how can I progress in this section? Or how can I progress in this other section? We wanted to try to give as much clues as possible, but not everything be a dead giveaway, so it can feel like the player is kind of figuring some stuff out by themselves. But also, we didn't want it too hard to where you'll get soft locked. Right. So since you found the janitor key inside of the bathroom, you can now progress into the locked closet. And here you'll find a body inside, and then there is words written on a wall. And this will also trigger a flashback sequence to where you can learn a little even more about like your character, like why did Mike betray you? It'll kind of reflect, like show a bit in this section to kind of like let you know the why behind people's actions. And once you have all of your clues, now you can input it into this lovely typewriter. So the thing with the typewriter puzzle is that it is case sensitive, and you have to make sure that you're putting the clues in the right order. Or else you'll be stuck here, like, it won't take it. So once you unlock the typewriter, then unlocks another flashback sequence. But now it's kind of showing Roxy because her name's been mentioned in some of the reflections, but now you gotta get to see like what happened, like why, like what's wrong with us and Roxy. And here you can get like a little more taste into basically your relationships on thin ice. You've been screwing up way too many times, and everything is riding on this one mission. And now you find yourself inside of an office of sorts that was behind the typewriter. And so you can kind of look around and like press on the keyboards. There'd be like, say you're cycling between like recorded footage to kind of show like this is like a weird game of sorts to whoever brought you here. And there are three endings, so depending on your choices here will depend on like which ending you get. If you choose Roxy, this will be officially the good ending of sorts because you answer the phone, you tell her everything and how you messed up, and during this sequence, it will kind of also trigger a flashback to like when you first met, and then each of these answers is kind of like your apology in a way. So you're like flashing back as you're apologizing, like you finally like letting this all go and just starting anew. And then to backpedal a little bit for Rex's section, if you stayed silent, you kind of he'll get like a little snippy and just kind of cut you off. There are other like branching dialogues for Rex as well, but that one was like you either get like you make him mad or you don't. And so if you had uh, if you had reached the closet before, you basically wouldn't have been able to unlock it. But since you go to the bathroom and get the key, you can come back. And we wanted to make sure like this, like you don't magically progress each time. You have to like actually travel around and find your clues. So like if you go back to the closet after you lock it, you can't look inside the body's mouth because you need something reflective, and that's denotes corpse. And then you also get the mirror puzzle as well, because the mirror, you do find the cracked mirror in the bathroom, but you can't get the shard unless you break it. So then you have to go all the way to the kitchen and grab that piece. So for the ending, the other two endings, if you answer the landline, you get to talk to the voice again. And then this one has even more branching dialogue to kind of figure out like if you want to like take in on this mysterious voices game or if you just want 100% out. And if you do, then you lose everything. Like this will be like the neutral ending. So you don't win anything, you lose everything. And then lastly will be like the true bad ending because it's Mike, your buddy who betrayed you in the beginning because you screwed him out of a really good deal. And so now here, Mike's gonna let you in, you know, because you're a coward, he's a snake. So why not you guys team up and really start your own thing? And then if you join him, then you lose everything, but you get to gain your partnership with Mike. There's inspiration drew from like Jesse Pittman from Breaking Bad, and the art style mainly derived from various point and click adventure games. Zoe mostly handled the art pieces of the game. The game originally was just the hub section as part of our school's game jam, which the theme was interlocked, and we just kind of built it up from there. Thank you guys for taking the time to play this game, and I hope you guys enjoy.